to know your zoning, and then you want to know like some of the existing information, and where can you find all this basic information. This research is going to tell you, okay, so basic info, the first thing we're going to put here is the APN. So you just come here to the accessor's parcel map, and then you can get the accessor parcel number here. And the resource, like our team is going to put the resource here. You just need to click on it, and then you are going to know where this is from. And then you're coming here, we are going to put a screenshot here, and then you are going to know, okay, so this is really correct. So they are not like and like maybe like forget to delete the APN from the previous like feasibility study letter. So this is something you want to check. Right? This is like you need to first check, okay, is the address correct? Is my APN correct? And then you come here to do a double check. So that's the first step. And then the next thing you want to know is like, okay, what is the zoning? And zoning is from like this map. This is like the city zoning map. So if you click on the source, you are going to be like routed to this map. And then the zoning is R2, and you can also see on this page, this is like a 2-family dwelling, zoning is R2. And then you come here, feasibility study R2, okay, good job. And then you can continue. The next one you want to know is the parcel size. So what we do is like, we usually don't really trust what Redfin give us. We usually want to check the Santa Clara County, the county website. We want to double check like the parcel size right here. So after I check like the parcel size, which is recorded size, assessor database, which is here, then I'm going to put it down. Okay, this is my parcel size. And the next thing I want to know, and then the next thing I want to know is the existing main house living area. This thing is something that I believe we get from Redfin, because before we even go there, like we don't know. So we either get it from Redfin, or we just double check if we can get any like record online. And I believe this is because we cannot find any like record online, so we just put like the Redfin info over here. And the existing building coverage, we're just going to like calculate it. So existing building coverage equals to like existing main house, the first floor, divided by the parcel size, and then we're going to get this one.
Does it include the garage?
Yes, usually it includes everything, your building footprint. That's the lot coverage. Why we want to calculate that is because some city may request the maximum coverage to be 45% or 0.5, like 50%.
Right, but in this case, it's only the living area, not including the garage. You're using 1344 divided by 6348. You come up with 2117. I think some city will exclude the garage living square footage in the FAR, but some city will include it. So for the city who includes it, it's bad for us, because that means that the living square footage will shrink. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call. We should take notes on that. So existing building coverage. Another thing is like, I'm thinking like, I also want to check with everyone's suggestion. Existing building coverage, I'm not sure if we should put it here or not, because most of the time, existing building coverage, we won't like catch this. And sometimes the ADU is an exception. So this will be like a little too technical. Sometimes city will say like, okay, you can feel free to have an 800 square feet ADU, and then that's a state law. Anyways, you can have it. Or you can have like a 40% of the rear lot coverage. So that's also something else. So existing building coverage is just some info we can have, and we can also delete it. If this may cause confusion, then I may suggest to just remove it.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any.
Yeah, it's better to put this like building coverage, which then we can calculate the whole building coverage. Then we can minus the existing coverage, existing whatever it is in the lot, and then announce that the coverage left for you is this.
Yeah, but the problem is like, for example, in San Jose, ADU will not count towards lot coverage. Like in San Jose, the only requirement is like ADU is like 40% of the rear yard lot coverage. So I'm thinking maybe we just eliminate it if it's difficult for the sales to explain.
I think it's okay because for salespeople, the clients doesn't really question that. For clients, they don't look at that. They look at all this. They're just like, oh wow, you did your work. They don't question too much. They have more basic questions. So I think it's okay to leave. It makes us look smarter to have more.
Yeah, maybe we just kind of revise it a little bit, saying that this is the living area, building coverage.
Actually, if it looks, because if we see, if our client is a professional, there is a chance that our client is like a developer or
Yeah,
investor. they already
the thing
do
is, I
so
don't think
much.
even this is accurate, like,
Yeah, I don't
this is
think
the
so.
living area divided by
Yeah.
parcel, you're supposed to add the garage.
Yes, exactly, and sometimes it
You can
really
just
depends
add
on the
a bracket that
definition.
says garage area per city, vary per city, just add something
I
there.
really prefer to eliminate it.
Let's just see, okay.
I think get rid of it.
Then just don't ask it in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, let's just eliminate it. I think it's like.
But, oh yeah,
feel close
that makes me
confusion.
clear, because this doesn't even change the result.
Yeah, exactly.
That's,
So
that's
it
what, that's
doesn't
why this is a
matter.
little bit of
Yeah.
an extra
Just
bonus,
extra.
extra
Yeah,
bonus
yeah.
information that might be wrong, and then we don't want
Yeah.
people to question our professionalism. So that's why
Yeah.
might as well just delete one more
I'm
line.
just curious, do more cities include the garage square footage?
So it really depends, so if I
Yeah.
really want to explain it,
Mhm.
the lot coverage, majority of the city will say like, okay, it's just the footprint of all the structure on site.
Mhm.
But sometimes the city will say like, okay, the porch doesn't count. Some city will say like, open porch doesn't count. Some city will say like, closed porch doesn't count.
Mm.
And then sometimes they will say like, okay, shed doesn't count, accessory structure doesn't count. Or like ADU under certain square footage doesn't count. Detached ADU sometimes counts, sometimes doesn't count. So there are like too many
Too many
conditions.
variables.
And plus, as you said, client doesn't really care, so why
Yeah.
we spend extra effort on this atom? So
Yeah.
I'd rather just.
Let's just
eliminate
delete it, because it's, we're gonna take more time explaining.
Right.
You find that, yeah,
And then and once it's wrong, then it will make it look super bad.
Risk management.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Risk management, I love
Risk
it.
management.
Yes, Nilo, I think let's
So
ask
that's
the team to
better.
eliminate it. Help me take notes, okay, let Emily know. Yeah, okay, so we all agree we are going to take out. And then the FAR 0.45, this one, let me check if they put it in. Yes.
When you're checking, can we make sure that everybody know why we need to look at the zoning first? Because in the city, every parcel has a zoning, the zoning will dictate what you can build and also the development standard. So we wanna make sure that you check first. So like every city has its every parcel has its code, like, you know, what you can do, what you
So
cannot do.
R1 would be different from R2?
Actually, I believe this one I want everyone to understand. So for ADU wise, the zoning doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the zoning, the ADU law is like, they care about what's there. So for example, even if you are in industrial zoning, but your lot has a legal single-family house, you can still have an ADU.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm,
yeah,
That's good. So
Yeah.
industrial that has an existing single family.
legal
Legal.
single-family.
Oh, legal, not unpermitted. Okay, legal.
What is illegal?
Legal.
So
Industrial.
someone might build it, just like, for example, we had one property when we bought it, it's a existing like single family house. But then later when we tried to develop it, and then we checked with the city told us it's commercial zoning. We are not allowed to do residential. The previous owner, the seller, for some reason like have converted like illegally without getting a permit from the city. They just converted to like a residential 3B, 2B and rent it out. And when we get it, they didn't disclose that to us, and we didn't know. We thought it's okay. So when we bought it, it's already illegal. Yeah, and the city told us like you cannot further develop it. Yeah, because it's
So it's
illegal.
commercial zoning cannot build ADU?
Unless there's a legal house on it.
Yes, exactly.
Permitted.
With permitted,
Residential.
permitted.
Legal house, meaning resident.
Residential.
And I can explain how this became true. I think you know the rezone thing. So maybe there are two possibilities. Number one is like a while ago, like maybe if the house is built before 1950, and then it's called grandfathered in. So you don't know, you are in commercial zoning, but you don't care, you just build a single family, and now it's grandfathered in. And the existing non-conforming, but it doesn't care, it became legal. The second is like, before it's residential zoning, so you have a single family house, but later city changed it to commercial zoning. So in the future, you cannot have residential anymore, but your house is legal. So if that's the case, then city allow you to build an ADU. So ADU wise, it doesn't really matter. But what matters is like in San Jose, we develop a lot of 3-4 units. Yeah, and then in R2, then you need to follow like the R2 standard. But in R1, you can do SB9 to have 4 units. So that's the main difference. And then something more to keep in mind is recently, because we have so many projects going on, when you have enough projects, you're going to have problems, right? So one of our projects right now has a problem. We are in R2 zoning, then there is like a density requirement. So even if you are in R2, if you didn't match the density, I think I'm explaining a little a little more about
Yeah, because I was wanting to just tell people why we wanted to check zoning
Yes,
first.
I mean,
Yeah.
And then too much cases.
No, that's
yes,
good,
yes,
that's good.
but
Yeah,
let me, yes,
That's
but,
matters,
yeah, but let me finish this. This will explain your question why we need to check zoning. So, for example, in R1, if you are in R1, then in San Jose, no problem, you can have 4 units if you are in R1 by using SB9. But if you are R2, then there could be a problem. You may only be able to get 1 house. That's a surprise, right? Because in R2, because SB9 is like kind of a streamlined process. So the city just want you, or the state just wants you to give you the privilege, okay, you can just have 4 units, right? But if you're in R2, then now you have to go through the planning department. You have to follow their zoning ordinance, and they are going to tell you there is a maximum density. And if your lot is too small, then your density won't allow you to have 2 units on that lot, even though you are R2. So now the case get a little more complicated. So that's why you want to check zoning.
R2 is like a duplex?
Yeah, R2 is like the duplex
I
zoning.
thought duplex could have 2 ADUs.
Yes, you are correct, but it's based on like your lot has an existing duplex there, right? But there is some case. For example, let me give you an example. So one of the lots we are developing right now is 6,000 square feet, and then the lot density is only 9 dwelling units per acre.
9 dwelling units per acre.
Yes,
Okay.
and then if you do the calculation, how many, what do you get?
43560 divided by 9.
I'm talking about zoning.
43560 divided by 9, right?
Yeah, so 13, that's
No, no, no.
0.13 multiplied by
Multiply by, yes, 8, then you get 1.1.
1.1.
Yeah, then
Oh.
if that's the case, then the maximum number of units you can
It's
get
one as
on
well.
that lot is only 1. Even though you are R2, you can still only get only 1 unit.
So what would be the solution? Add a junior ADU to it?
You can only have 1 ADU and 1 junior ADU. Yeah, okay.
Vivian, don't say this yet, okay? So this is staff opinion, this is more like a safety standard. So that's why something we need to argue. Yeah, I think like don't pass this information to clients yet, okay? This is something we so like, that's true, like the neighborhood, like is John here? So Vivian, don't explain this way. I think like the way is if you have clients in R2, hey, you want to build, like the first, if they want to build one ADU, just tell them there is potential, you could build it for more for that, for this lot. If they're not really have this, potential to build more, so, you know, we always try to provide value for them so we can build more. But however, like this type of case, you just potentially, there is like besides like the state law and ADU, there is city general plan, which is 8 units per dwelling unit, right? 8 dwelling units per acre, and then there is zoning, which allows it to be sold. So somehow we need to find a balance. Then there are some steps that are going to have the subjective standard to actually set that, because it's very hard to evaluate. And we have to check for the longitudinal. I'm not sure whoever you here, that we have to argue this for a whole half a year. So this neighborhood can build 2 units. You have to like their percentage of 30% of a house to build like 1 story, 30% of this being 2 units. So this we can fight. And then depending on how far we would like to go. So it's not like allowed or not allowed, people to say that, okay? Don't do that to the client. Because when we say that, it's, oh, you're wrong, I feel like who built this? So because each client are going to be different as well. So with R2, what Vivian said is just one case we have, and just one planner we have. And then what we're planning to put this into city council member, and the city planning is in front of them. So also we're trying to work with the city HPD, tell them, if you have this because of this geo limit us to do like more ADUs, right? So they use our units to actually solve ADUs, which is not legal. You guys know what I mean? Yeah, they shouldn't. But however, the case we had is we build ADU first already, so they don't allow us to convert into single family house and into like duplex, and we build another ADU. Then we actually, if we build the unit first, that's going to be argument because R2 zoning, even the RM general plan doesn't really meet the R2 zoning. So general plan like to allow for the residential neighborhood only 8 units per dwelling, 80 dwelling units. Then will come combination with less than 1 unit. But sometimes city round up, some city round down, and some cities don't care. So with this current situation, what we can propose to this council member or staff, so this is like shouldn't be limited on this. It's only already made it, and it can be round up. It shouldn't round down. So this is something we can argue all the way. So when we make clients, we don't really tell them we are allowed or not allowed to do that. It's not the formula we should do it. You know what I mean? So a lot of time, even right now, so like sometimes I really worry you guys going outside cleaning some stuff. I'm so sorry I'm supposed to train you guys, but I need to go to San Francisco and you guys know I'm late. I mean, so like anyway, so when we see the stuff, sometimes I think you guys, since you don't really know, and you don't sure, don't be that way. So I never be, even like right now, when I see clients, I never be super, okay, and super confident, oh, we are allowed, you don't allow to do this, you are not. And so, like for example, the case we had for the easement stuff, so I always tell clients, this is what we propose for feasibility study. It's not like something that's final. I'm going to emphasize 3 times in front of clients. And when we talk about construction costs, I'm super worried about you guys right now. The construction costs right now, so even right now with so many, I'm still super careful about like the cost. I always have a range. I always going to have a range from this to that. I never say, oh, it's going to be $100 per square foot, 300. I think it vary from 300 to 150. Give me a soft like a lot of buffer. And so the country is what we can build, we cannot build, it depends on how much cost it should be, and what we can build on the site or not build on the site. So this is careful about the wording, okay? Yeah. So maybe that, I will go back to the R2 and R1 zoning. It's true, R1 zoning right now has better flexibility with SB9 instantly phase. And the ADU is the one can dominate the whole like kind of overview a lot. However, R2 zoning right now has better advantage. It's going to be better popular. It's going to be better if it's not tenant occupied. Basically, you can use R2 zoning, multifamily zoning. You can build up to 10 units. Basically, it's very flexible right now. So I think the R2 zoning has this disadvantage. So maybe we have challenges. We buy a lot of houses. We buy a lot of houses with tenants occupied before, which is now like allowed. So but we're finding a way. So R2 zoning has disadvantage, but also have advantages what you do. And then back to what we can do. At our home right now, we're promoting ADUs because ADUs are easier for people to accept. So we had the chance doing single family homes, so we charge people more. So we don't have to do that, but why single family? Because they need to demolish the current existing house or something. So basically, if a home's trying to do all the standard housing, if people are trying to build like 1,200 square foot, build like 2-story, we can do it for them. Don't have to be ADUs, okay? Yeah. Before maybe that like. So one more thing I would really give everyone is the steps of getting clients. Like when clients would like to do something regarding they want to do something and what they can do with this lot and what we can do. I would like every time like everyone step into 3 steps. The first one is always don't see what we can do and the lot can't do yet. Always ask what they want to do, what exactly they want. And then listen, and then take what we call wish list taken, right? So take what they want. For example, you went to a site.
Oh, no, this is for us.
And the client said, oh, I want to do addition or I want to do ADU. Check with why. What do you need for addition for? You're doing addition for adding house value or you're just looking to increase value to sell the house or you're not trying to have extra square footage. And if they want to do an ADU, ask them why they want to do an ADU. And then after why, exactly get where's the location, what's the height, they would like to get this ADU's location, height. And then watch over the neighborhood, like watch over the lot and see what that is. This is number one. The number two, then you look at the, before you go there or before you actually meet them, you check with what we can do with, what this lot can do potentially, right? So some houses already mismatch the FAR, some with very minimum they can add on, and they want to add a 2 stories on the construction is too high. So what this lot can be add on, or what we can build on this lot. And then the third is exactly what we can do. It's that work for us to do it. Small addition, 300, 500, pretty much, right? So are we going to take on that job? Then gradually know that separate necessary. So we can talk another time, like after we get trained maybe, or next time to train about this. But more important, please follow the order 3. What they wish, what this lot can be done, and what we can do for them. 3 things, think about this. And then, of course, there are sales skills. However, very important thing, if you don't know something, don't just say something, you say the pretend you know. You just say, I'm going to write down, I promise I'm going to get you an answer today or tomorrow. I'm going to get you this. Just write down all this. Be sincere. And don't over-promise. Always under-promise, over-delivery. At the same time, just check. Just don't say, oh, your house can be remodeled $100 per square foot. Don't say that. Never say that. And then never say that, oh, your house can be built 2 units. Definitely, you can build 2 units on it. Definitely is the wrong word to use. Allowed is to, yes, allowed, yes. Definitely allowed. Allowed to do so, but you don't say like it's not allowed to do so. Right? So you say you are allowed to do this, but I need to check. Always add on the word, I need to check. And also, like for me, you have built a $100 to $200 as remodel, depends on what you want. I can show you the basic philosophy, but it depends on what you want. So always throw the ball, and I always emphasize my role, or our role is trying to do your best, right, as much as possible, but the final call is on your side. This type of sentence I always use multiple times during the conversation. And then backwards, I always emphasize, don't worry, we can do the best for you. I want to show the sincerity. We are going to do the best for you. We are transparent, we are sincere, and we are able to do the best for you. Try not to use those like very firm words like except the ones we are very good like service providers. Those ones you can be pretty sure 100%. But the ones what their side can do, what you can do for them, never do it. Like the ones for the house, right? For example, Amy. We are doing feasibility study. The reason for feasibility study doesn't mean that final plan. We never told them. We should tell them this is the feasibility study. The final cost is going to be based on final plan going to be based on your site after we collect 100% information and also the economic. We are taking all the responsibility ourselves on our shoulder because we're promising too much. And we didn't promise them, we didn't tell them clearly what the situation is, right? That's the reason why over the years I don't like to deal with clients because we need a very strong sales skill. Before I start to do that, we need to check everyone's language, what you use outside, okay? Because it's going to backfire us. And never, and if they are using outside consultants, if they're using outside, totally fine. But you need to tell them using outside consultants is going to delay the process potentially. So yeah, we cannot. Every company we choose, we have more control under it. But we don't guarantee it, but we can control it. And we take it in control. We take on the responsibility. But outside, we don't take it. So a lot of things you have to have this like as a salesperson, you have to have this kind of like alert in your head all the time. Don't use that type of strong word. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Sorry, just continue. So.
Very good insight. Please continue.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I think it did like remind me of something. So we have one more thing is to explain like how do you get the client's wish list before you request a feasibility study. But we can go over this after we went over the entire feasibility study research. Okay, so I think we are going to skip that part, and then the next one we are going to put in is the general plan. So we just want to make sure the general plan is still residential. This is, as Stephanie said, for zoning and general plan. If you see something like this, if it's like R2 or residential or mixed use, you can just tell the client, oh, there may be some potential. If you want more than an ADU, then our team can do some additional research. That's probably the only thing you need to see, right? You can just say like your lot might have some like additional potential. If you want to explore, I can have our team do some research for you. And then the next thing is the easement.
Please do not say to the clients yet, so maybe internally figure out, but this is, skip this part, skip this part.
Okay, sure.
You don't want to create confusion to the clients, they feel, having them feel like they have a lot of potential on the side. So just skip this part.
So what is your suggestion if they have a big lot and they are R2 or mixed use or multifamily or RM, they do have the potential, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna check with internal team first and find out what exactly they can do. And then if this is something it's for sure can do, then we can ask the client, hey,
Okay.
you know what, we check with the team. So please do not tell the client that we have potential and then check with the team. Check with the team first and then tell the client if there's more potential.
I think
agree.
it might be challenging. So here's why. Let's say we're out there anywhere, and then someone say, "Hey, I got this big lot, 10,000 square feet. What can I do?"
Okay,
and
now
then
I know.
we say,
Yes.
"Okay, you know what? That's interesting. Maybe we can check it out." And I heard you can build up to, right? And we can say things like that.
Yes.
But we can't say I have to check with my team all the time. We don't have time.
Yeah,
They're asking
no.
at that moment.
No, shouldn't do
Yeah.
that. Okay, Jen, because I saw this part is going to be handled by Stephanie, but since we are going to talk about this, I think we are wrong order. We should talk about this first. So how you talk with the client, right? Because now we are having this kind of questions.
Tom, okay, so back to your question, I just received a call this morning, right? So someone asked me what they can do with their lot. What is their question? So everyone needs to be careful about what you are saying, right? So someone asked me, R2 zoning, you don't over disclose, you disclose that's right. So someone asked me, I asked them, hey, what you are thinking? I never answered the question, what you can build on your side. I said, hey, why you asking this question? You would like to develop? They said, oh, I'm just curious. Okay, you're just curious, like, do you know, like, yes, your site has potential to build more than just one unit. There are many laws and you can do, and there are zoning plan, general plan you can do. Either route, there are state laws. But however, do you have idea about construction costs? What's your plan for the future? That's the exact thing we needed a wish list before we answer the question. Some people just say, oh, tell me what you can do. Because we are going to spend internal resources to do all this research. And if we don't get, like, they might not have financial ready. Then, like and back to the Jen what you said, right? So even this is, oh yes, I want to do development. I do have cash. Verify it. So you can tell from where he lives through the conversation. Where do the work? Do they really have money? Sometimes some people would like to take a free ride, take a free stuff, right? They won't just do free research. We are super busy. And then how could you secure that we need to do before we actually even kick it to the initial? You just meeting someone, you never verify it. I don't suggest even we do that far. Go that far to do the initial research. No one's going to do that. No one's going to do that outside. They're actually going to charge the money for $2-3 just to open the website and then charge money to talk to the city. Don't take our workers as free. Okay? So what they can generate, you might possibly, you can do this, give them like what we can do, and what using based on the knowledge, and verify the client first. That's the first important part. Then the second, look into the second, if they already verify it's good clients of ours, and then we know them really well, and we think they're strong, and they show this strong potential background research, everything passed, qualified, then come back, we have a team to do research, right? To do research before we give any results. We don't give the feasibility to clients. We shouldn't. We just say, okay, we have it. So are you able to jump on the call? I'm going to talk to you. Then like, okay, we do have research. This is what we can do. Actually, that's exactly, don't do that work. because we don't know what you guys can do. Every day we are changing, we have challenges from city, every day, daily. City might have pushback. So we are going to say, okay, this is potentially what we can do with under research. So are you interested to move forward with that, with the contract details? And we help you plan, like, clear what you can do. And so I can have the team formally kick off to involve in more consultants, involve in the city to do next step. If the people, some people are not even, so some people are worried. Oh, I don't want to get to some kind of, yes. We say, okay, how about this way? We can prepare a simple contract engagement letter with you. You don't really have to pay us. And then if you decide to cancel, there's no contract, I will need some funding. Funding, kind of like kind of funding agreement or something like together so we can move forward for more complicated. That's more than just ADU, by the way. That's not ADU, that's potential fund the land. So with that, when we get all that, some people you can fully charge, you don't have this agreement. Some people you just met. If they're not even going to sign some of the simple engagement letter, do you think the outside attorneys, CPA, is going to do some free work for you? No way. They give you free half an hour consulting. They give you potential general ideas. Then they're going to have engagement letter. Our architect, because we're internal, we have a lot of free resources. We do for them. However, we try to do more than other companies do already. We give them general pictures. But when we get into formal feasibility study and the sketches, all this, we shouldn't just give it to the client. We had many experience before. We just did a sketch, the formal sketches, and clients didn't sign the contract. Not now with you guys. The past years, we have done sketches to neighbors. We have done sketches to one of the clients with the house, but they just didn't move forward. So all this, like we give as many as we can without involving our department. So you guys, you look at me. So even I am, I have authority on all these lines, but however, I don't treat our like staff until I feel like I'm super need them. I feel like this is the client I can secure and need them coming in to help. I minimize the effort because I cherish their time. So don't do that. So back to this, the first number one thing is to chill, find out exactly what they want. And of course, knowledge yourself as much as possible. Like you can go there outside, do sketches real quick. She done really, of course, her sales still going to be stronger, right? Whipping yourself with more knowledge and trying to find out enough information, but never said exactly, never use the word and said, okay, before we keep with that, this we'll find out what we can do, potentially can do, and give some extra numbers. Then, if we will need to move into the next formal sketches and site studies, and we need to involve the civil, we need to involve in more people. That's the money involved, okay? Am I clear about that question? What we can do with the site?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not trying to add on more. We're really trying to make the itself easier. However, I think one important thing for all, we didn't close the lead is we didn't have proper conversation with all the clients. It's not about our knowledge, our feasibility study, or our contract. It's about we didn't really find out the client, the situation. That's the way we didn't sign. We are going to have a more detailed training in the future, but however, let me break down the clients who are going to build ADUs, who are going to build the houses. The number one, we signed most contract, the number one client is multi-generation houses. Those ones are as urgent. Because like their clients, they needed to move in together with their mom, or they sold the house because temporary, and they don't have place to live for others as family. So that's number one for their own use. So this type of clients, we wish they already did the research. We always ask that, hey, have you talked with other ADU providers, other contractors already? If they say yes, how about it? I had a friend, like, he just bought a house. it's very sad if it goes through me because, but however, he always consulted me about this. I said, hey, he wanted me go to his site for many times. I said like, hey, how about this? You go outside, check a private contractor, come back. I will see if I can give you 5% lower than the cost you get. I just need to make sure you are clear about what you would like to do. Because I showed them 2 weeks ago, I talked to them, and those people don't make a decision what they are going to do. And then with that, I always tell them, are you talking to other contractors? He said yes. Even friends like ours, he said, okay, no problem, you don't think we'll have to take your business. And just go outside, check with a couple of contractors, and come back with us the price. What the price you want. Because by the end of the day, you will have the whole team do a free work. I don't even go into Vivian or Mall anyone. I just am in a simple setting. He was always requesting me, can you bring your architect on site with me? I said that's in contract. Can you tomorrow have your contract, have your architect come together with me? So I did even myself, I said like, don't worry, I told him to plan. Go outside to meet more other contractors and if they want to win. So this is the check, right? So number one, if they already did the research or not doing research, this is number one type. And then if they already have this need to do the ADU, if they already did the research, what we should do, we should win the deal, right? It depends on this client, if we would like to take or we don't like to take. If this client would like to take, this is a good AD, this is a good client. What I mean is like less trouble, like this, some clients like need to be like holding hands every step. That's very challenging. Yeah, if this is a good client, and this client already have opportunity to use stuff, and this client also do more research, this client going to win it. And we should win. The company needs to support you win. So select this client really fast. Okay, the second is, oh yeah, I'm thinking stuff, for a while. I was like, resale value. I just needed some more space. I don't know yet. This client, yeah, they need to oh, by the way, the first one, we already have criteria, like do they have money or not, right? They did research, they are good people, and they're good clients, and then also they have the need to do it, and they have money. This type of client, yes, we nailed down client and even price. Then the second type of client is the one has money and they don't really do anything. We should have decision trade, like the clients like mastermind, right? So you use this money and then just do it or not doing it. This client, we just have to encourage them to go outside to talk to them. Because especially we have a lot of sales outside, because outside there are a lot of general contractors and there are not salespeople, there are architects out there bidding on the business. So on those ones, you just check with them till make sure follow steps and then check with where they are. Are they sure about that they're going to build the ADUs or not? So these ones are not urgency. The third one is we have investors. They also have this search already, has money. However, they can buy a house, they can buy another house, or they can build ADUs on it. Because when you build an ADU, you need a 300-400K. They can easily put down payment to buy another house. We have 2 cases like that as well. So this type of cases needed people is to build a relationship, reaching out to, and it's just like this will need more like a kind of a financial play. Let them okay, just temporarily, you know how much equity in your house, how you are going to rent out, and then with this, you just put your money temporarily in. Why I say temporarily? Because they need to have financial capability to rebuy this house after they put 300-400K cash out this house. And then you need to even check their like interest rate, maybe 3%. They want to put more cash in that they don't want to like with their 3-4%. So you need to run numbers for that. This is more like an investor client. So, however, if they already made a determination to do this, oh, I just want to do the ADU with cash flow. I have extra money to buy another house. That's a different type, right? That's an investor type. So you basically kind of like conclude into the owner need. I mean the self-use the rental homes as an investor need, right? So we categorize this and again find out what exactly they want, find out the sales situation, and find out who you are talking to, and find out all this before you find out what we can do with the law. Of course, you need to find out what they can do with all the information during that time to build a relationship with you. But one emphasize, don't involve me too much of this formal sketches. You can still ask for questions, you can still discuss what we can do, and but don't try not to always involve. I think the feasibility study, I even think it's good thing or bad thing, you know. Sometimes the feasibility study makes like everyone rely on the feasibility study. But out there, how many people actually provide feasibility study? However, we should do it. Our goal was to do the feasibility study to make things easier for the sales. That's our initial. Yes, it's going to help more. However, we had a chance. We had an experience like people take this as free, and people ourselves rely on it. And also we didn't know what time we should do the study, and we didn't get clearly clients wish list before we do feasibility study. And we also had this problem like the clients rely on feasibility and thought that's a formal sketch and a formal design. So all this are mistakes because we didn't communicate enough or we didn't have enough sales skill. Yeah. I think Jen, can you add a task for us, like, so we're going to have this pretty much regarding clients, what kind of clients they are, and categorize them, okay? Okay.
I want to add some points. I think this is not only for like the ADU sales, but also I think that may be helpful for all the sales, for no matter what we sell. I think there's a lot of times we will see some very tough times, and how we deal with those tough times. I think there are several suggestions that I have kind of experience or some learning from my previous experience. One, maybe we want to outline the process and timeline. So we want to be transparent about what's realistic in terms of the price and the feasibility and the competition and the timing. And also we probably want to establish the communication boundaries, because a lot of time when we match clients, especially those very tough and challenging clients, we kind of overpromise. So we should let them know that our availability and what is their preferred method of the contact and what is their preferred kind of communication way. And we really want to put kind of boundaries that we don't want to over communicate or we don't want to over kind of promise with them. And also I think a lot of time we talk a lot and during the meeting, but we don't have a record. I mean, I do suggest that for every meeting, even if it's a client, very small meeting, very short meeting, every time we kind of document something. Like after the meeting, we do a short summary to record we have discussed, and we have kind of a promise with them and what is their expectation. And also, I think first of all, we need to be very professional about our product. So that is the foundation, how you provide the service to others. Like what is the feasibility, how we do the feasibility study, and what we want to deliver, and what we can deliver. I think the fundamental stuff is that we know the product and we know what we can do. So that is several points that maybe very quick points that I want to add on, maybe helpful for us to deal with our clients and how to manage their expectations at the very beginning. So it's kind of we set a rule with them and we also set a boundary with them. And that is how we can protect ourselves and how we don't want to overpromise with them. Yeah.
No problem, thank you.
Okay, great, thank you so much.
Yeah. So I want to add one more thing. I'm sorry, I want to add one more thing. I think like always trying to think about how to differentiate yourself with other people. We're not, like we want to be the best, but even people don't have to always choose the best, and we are not the best yet. So how can we differentiate of ourselves? So I think one thing, I go outside, I didn't try to differentiate ourselves with all this knowledge or money or anything else. So big companies, it doesn't really matter. One thing, I can really try to, especially when you guys go out there, one thing is we show our sincerity, we show our honest, we show we take care of clients. That's the important thing. So this is, I think it's outside of people are a lot of transactional people, tons of transactional people. And I mean, our company wants to be a long-term relationship with people. We're not transactional people. The reason we said last time is because we try to be here for a very long time. That means when things happen, it's not reasonable, again, reasonable. We're going to take care of our clients, right? So this is number one important. And the second, I want you to teach you guys one really important thing is that two things happen really fast. One is greedy, another is fair. So the reason we don't, so when you get to this, you know, even I made some, because daily, right, so we make a lot of challenges out there. Sometimes, like, even I feel very uncomfortable, I don't call anyone, I don't see anyone. I sometimes, like, when this happens, when you guys are very important to happen, because you pass really quickly. Exactly the same thing, like, when you haven't figured out the best solution yet, don't decline. Yeah, so our problem for our whole company, we become a lot of messengers. What it means messenger, you just become mailman to drop the mail. You didn't really find a solution. And when this, like when we have some issue, oh, I call clients right away. Architects, when you find out, oh, typical clients, you need to ask questions, is this problem, you have to try your best to solve the problem first. Before we have that, don't talk to clients. So this is very important because you are passing the fear to other people. Because you are passing the worry to other people, which is very unnecessary. So very unnecessary. We have this challenge for this clients we're taking in. We shouldn't just call the clients right away, tell them you cannot do it. Again, you cannot do it. Who said that they cannot do it? There might become another contractor coming so they can do it. So like, that's the problem we are going to facing a lot. So don't really talk to clients permission, over permission, and don't pass their stuff like the worries to them, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes I was thinking why we manage to work just a kind of a messenger and not a problem solver. I think I have several kind of the conclusions on that. First is that you don't have the knowledge. You don't have the knowledge. You don't know how to deal with that. Second is the attitude. So you're not proactive enough. The third is that sometimes you just cannot stay calm and not professional. Because I think a lot of time when we work with our buyers or clients and potential kind of clients, we need to stay calm and professional. Don't take it personally, because sometimes the difficult behavior often reflects the client's stress or their past experience. It's not your performance. So in Chinese there's a saying, 一个好的销售，3点最重要：状元才、英雄胆、城墙角后的一张脸，对吧？所以我觉得总结还挺精辟的。所以就是 so why we just be messenger, right? So we should have a kind of reflection why we just be a messenger instead of be a problem solver, right? I think everyone, if we change the attitude and if we have enough knowledge, everyone will have the intention to solve problem. That is our kind of thinking. We want to solve problem. After we solve problem, we will feel happy. We will have more dominance. That is our thinking. But why we can't? Because we have a fear and we don't have a good attitude.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think after all the technical and big picture, everyone is very, very clear. And then now I actually want someone who's like putting their feet on the ground, who's like a beginning sales like a few months ago. But right now, whenever and then everyone knows she's the one right now up to today signed the most Apex contracts. How many did you sign, Amy?
have 4.
Yeah, Amy sent 4 already. And a lot of them are external clients, like we don't know them. Amy just went there and to show their like her respect to the client and then go with the client to everywhere and then just build a relationship and finally get the contract signed. And I think Amy actually improved a lot, especially because I can really feel it like Amy every time when she sends a request to the team, why we can make sure the feasibility study we provided to her is useful is because she gave us enough background information of the client. So it feels like, okay, I'm not there wasting like 2 hours talking with the client, but Amy can just tell me exactly what the client wants. Then we can tailor our feasibility study to the client's needs. And then after Amy passes it over, it's effective feasibility study. So, and every time, whenever I saw a feasibility study request from Amy, when I see like all the detailed background information, I'm very confident, I'm very happy. I feel I'm delivering something useful. So, Amy, may I request you to just simply give everyone an example, like what kind of information are you going to get from the client when you're talking with them, and how do you filter the information to make sure when you coordinate with the design team to request for the feasibility study, you give them only the most important, effective information. How did you do that? Can you share?
Sure. I think the first part, learning about what the client wants. So I think their goals and motivation. So if it's for family or for rental, for their elderly parents or their young kids. So figuring out why they want to do it so that we can talk to you and share and open up is important. And then also timeline. Are they trying to do it as soon as possible, the next couple months, or are they just initial learning, trying to get information? And then also what size ADU do they want is important. So 1 bed, 1 bath is a lot different than a 1,200 square feet one. And then from there, doing the feasibility on your own to see if it can fit the measurements and if there's any trees or garage, things like that. And then financial is really important too. So do they have money, savings, cash, or are they planning to do some type of loan? So those are like most of the key things that I get. And then also, is there anything else that they need to figure out first before they move forward? So sometimes they're waiting to move or sell a house, or they're dealing with family members, things like that. And then for you guys, when I try to request it, I think the most important thing, I try to summarize it because a lot of it's extra information, but I think the most important thing is what size. Can it fit? Like sharing the measurements with you, where they want to place it. That's really important. And then what else? How fast? Like timeline. Is it urgent, or because you guys have a lot on your plate too?
Yes.
So.
One more thing.
The
I really
pictures.
want-
Pictures, site visit pictures is important.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then one more question I want to ask you, because you have so many leads, but I realize right now you are really focused on your energy on the most important leads, so you can get more contracts closed. Can you share a little more? How can you make sure, okay, today I got 10 leads, how can I like spend the least amount of time to figure out what are the most important tools that can become true? How do you do that?
I think it goes back to the timeline, and then are they financially ready? A lot of them say they want to do it like right now, and they want to go see a model home and meet and come to the office and talk on the phone for hours, but they don't have any money. So that's a big issue.
Very important.
Yeah, but we're still trying to keep them in the conversation, but it's not spending too much time on it. And then for those that are ready and want to move forward, a lot of them, or some of them have their HELOC approved already, so that's a good sign. And then, yeah, so I think Stephanie kind of taught me buckets. So like putting them in buckets, like what's the most motivated, hot,
Oh yes.
have money ready to go, and they're reaching out to you like to talk and to schedule things, and others are just trying to get information, free information
Yes.
over and over again.
Yes.
So trying to place them in buckets. Yeah.
Got it. And when are you going to really like take the action? Like, okay, let's go. I'm going to put my 100% energy on this client to really get it closed. Because sometimes I feel like, but I know if the push is from you, then I'm like, okay, let's just get it. Okay, like how can you like decide like, okay, this is the to-go contract. I need to get it closed.
I think Stephanie taught me like just trying to assign good people to work with is really important. They're reasonable, and they're willing to have a conversation with you. Some of them are really mean or aggressive, and they ask, they're just tough to deal with. So I think that's important. Good people, they're reasonable, they can work with you, and then they have their money. The lot it fits, and there's no site constraints is important. And then, yeah, I think just understanding them as a person is helpful. Yeah.
Great.
It's a lot of different personalities. Yeah.
Great. I feel that's like very valuable experience from like one of our like best deals at Apex Homes, who closed most of the contract. Anyone have any other questions you want to ask Amy? Right now is the best time to ask. If not, I'm going to go back to the boring feasibility study. Not boring, very important.
I just wanted to add to it's a team effort. So you keep saying me, but it's really like you guys too. Even Tom and everybody like going to meetings, asking questions, and Stephanie. So it's not just me. Like the design team helps me so much. I feel like all other questions. So thank you guys.
Yeah, maybe you can also make an introduction about like who are you go to like resource to get some support, because like you said, it's teamwork. It's not like one person can get it closed. It's really like a teamwork. Maybe you can also share a little bit like about the team, who you can get, what kind of support.
Yeah, so the initial stages, I work a lot with Nilu, and Hannah's amazing. Hannah's super helpful, and then Ellen also communicating with clients in terms of like documents or pricing and things like that. And then Tom goes to a lot of meetings with me too. And then more technical questions, obviously the architect team. For those properties where it's like super close to the setbacks and you can't tell off of a Google measurement, that's where the design team really helps too.
Yeah, Mo was helpful. So I think having a big design team is really good for all the sales because you have so much support. So Mo came in yesterday and drew some addition design for us on the spot, and the client really liked that. But then it goes back to Stephanie's points. A lot of people will waste our time. They are going to get multiple bids. They're just using us to draw the floor plan. So how do we protect ourselves? So we get them just enough to kind of move on to the next step. And then I think we have to start signing some engagement letter. I like the idea. Just like an attorney, they did the same thing. Have some type of deposit, 1,000 deposit, to show how serious they are. Because we're gonna waste a lot of time. I'm not sure about everyone else, but we spent so much time with people that are not serious. And then even with the ADU sales, I know on the real estate side, it's not exciting, right? Because the commission is not great compared to the regular home buyer commissions. So I guess the question is, how do we get our agents more engaged? That's just something to think about.
From you, commission.
No. Just not right now. Just in general. Because a lot of our agents are actually not very engaged with ADU leads and sales. And just like even this training right here. How many people actually really want to sell an ADU here today? Let's look around. Who's gonna sell an ADU? Really, right? You really have to be engaged. You really have to love it. You really have to be passionate about this ADU product. You can't sell a product that you don't even like or understand. So that's something to think about.
Yeah, this is something we'll think about. Please continue.
I also want to add Gigi. Gigi has been helping so much with the financing and talking to a lot of my clients. She gets on the phone with them, and even with Diane, this is one client from I think 2 or 3 months ago. She's been working with. So
Very complex.
thank you, Gigi.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe what Jay can think a little bit more. So basically ADU, because of its value, right? Because of complexity, like people could afford much higher value, like they put money for the ADU. They actually may be subject to the financing. So, but then from a commission perspective, agent or financing, it's like
Small.
exactly not the best you want to go.
Yes.
So how to motivate people to do that?
Yes.
I'm fine, like just talking to them, but evaluating for them. But then, just like what Amy or Tom said, a lot of those are just not serious, or maybe not serious, but not eligible, right? Like how can we?
Yeah, so that's why we wanted to have training, just to let people at least understand the product. Because like I mentioned, none of us actually personally built an ADU before. Yang is the exception, but so that's why we need to understand the process. If you don't know the product and the commission is very little,
Right.
then why don't you just go for other ways? That's why
Understanding its importance, but what is actually getting into people's heads.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think Yi Yang can share because like Yi Yang like before Yang told me something like 顺便就卖了 like I'll just sell the ADU together with my other products. Like when Yang sell a lot of things all together. Yang is like, okay, I close the deal, I sell the house for you, and then I sell the design build service for you. At the same time I sell my ADU service for you. So when I get commission, I get all three. Wow,
there we go.
amazing,
There
right?
you go.
And then
Yeah.
Yang, can you
Combo.
share a little bit about that part? Like how are you able to sell it, everything as a package, how to do that?
Combo package.
So if you're selling them a feature, you have to put on actually numbers, how it's gonna benefit them.
Yeah, the benefits. There we go. The benefits. So focus on the benefits.
No matter you're selling a house, we're designed to build, or ADU, you're selling them a better future. So,
Better future,
yeah.
legacy.
like they
another-
have to imagine,
Yeah.
yeah, with this, they can have a better life, no matter it's cover the property tax of their main house, or they're just using it as a family, you know.
Yeah.
Parents live in that backyard and they live in the front yard, nobody wanna live with other people's parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't wanna live with my own parents, you know. Just cut.
Keep on
cut to
focusing
it,
on
yeah.
that. The
Keep on
the
focusing on one thing, don't talk about like a hundred
numbers
different.
and yeah.
Yeah, just focus on one
Yeah.
thing and put on number is very important.
Okay. Yeah.
And then know your competitor is important.
Yeah, know your competitors. Kind of have a general idea of the product, right? So let's say even if we go around and everyone can practice, I'm just gonna call someone. Sorry, I'm gonna call someone randomly. Kathy, let's say we have this product right here. Do you understand the product enough to talk about it? Pretend you're selling this to your client. How are you gonna pitch this to your client? You're maximizing the house, 12,000 square feet ADU. Rent out the first floor and second floor separately. That's 2 cash flow. So how do you pitch that to your client? You can rent out the first floor for like 1,500, second floor 1,500. Do you understand the product enough to sell that to your client?
I think let's have Amy give us an example, right?
Yeah.
So for example, Amy, today I come to you and then I say, hey, hello Amy, I have like a 6,000 square feet lot and then I want to check out and I want to, like, I'm interested in Apex, like, can you give me some recommendations? What are you going to do?
Yeah, this is a phone call or just in person?
It's a phone call, like I'm
Okay.
just like calling in, I'm just a lead, like a cold call.
Yeah. So usually, introduce myself, and then once we get talking, get the address so we can look at it online at the same time and see the site, and then just get them talking more about what they're looking for, why they're looking for it, maybe where they want to put the ADU, like the things I shared earlier, and yeah, the timeline and financing and things like that. Kind of the same thing.
Yeah, and then after that, you just put all the information you get here into the project summary and pass it to the design team
Yeah.
to get request a feasibility study. After everything you ask, checked yes, like they have money in their lot, it's feasible to put at least
Yeah.
put the ADU in, and then okay, good. Then it seems like good people. Then everything, all 3 checked yes. Then you're like, okay, design team, come on, it's good client, let's get them, right?
Actually, some of them that we went down pretty far, we didn't even have a feasibility. Like we kind of just were able to push them, and they were easy. That
Yeah, it kind of depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of depends. But let's go back to the initial stages. So everyone pull this up as we're doing this. This is a good example that Vivian's presenting. Let's look it up. Let's measure the opening. Does everyone know how to measure the opening on Google Maps? It's as simple as that. Does everyone know how to measure the opening? For the sake of measuring. It's a great tool. Even if you use for anything.
We should use our own website, right? We have those so you can fit in.
Google Maps probably better
No,
just to
I'm
measure.
saying we have those tools that can help you just plug our EDU into
I don't
the
think our
parcel.
website's ready.
That was a San Jose one,
Yeah.
but then for Rancho Cucamonga. it's
Yeah, so everyone just
Even
practice.
the
I think follow along with Vivian right here. This is really good practice. This is a real scenario. So Vivian, yeah, let's talk about Bunker Hill right here, and then let's really engage. Let's talk about it. Let's see Bunker Hill. Let's look up the.
I really want Amy to do this because she has been practicing it all
Yeah.
the time. Okay, Amy, I'm a client. Amy, this is my lot. Oh God.
Yeah, you have a big lot. It's nice
Okay,
and
so
flat.
I don't like me. Tear is like I'm going to die because I don't like this.
Yeah. Let me try to fix it for
Are
you.
you sharing? Oh yeah, we can share.
You can fit it out. Yeah.
I think it's the wire.
The wire. Yeah, I think we might need a new wire. Huh? Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we might need a new wire. This is probably
Yeah.
cheap shit and
From Amazon.
you shouldn't.
And then another way is on the laptop.
Oh, okay.
It's manually, yeah, looking manually. There we go. Cool, see? We're all IT here. Look at that, look at that.
wow.
Oh no, we lost it again. Alright.
Vine Street.
Yeah, it's weird, huh? Let's see that. Okay, talk to new wire. Let me buy a new wire today.
Go
Remind me.
up to the Apple TV.
That one? Oh, maybe it is that one. Oh, there we go. Cool.
Okay, so Amy, this is my lot, 1271 Street. Like, I know about a pre-tax product, like, and like, can I get a little more info?
Yeah. Okay, sure. Vine Street in San Jose.
Yeah, San Jose,
Okay.
127. I don't want to talk about so-called project.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 167 My Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can totally help you. We do ADUs, we do new builds, single family homes. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're looking for here? What are you trying to do here?
Oh yeah, I live together with my husband. I have like one kid, and then also like my mom is with me, and I'm thinking maybe like to have another place for my mom to live.
Got it. Okay, so you guys live in the main house and you want to build ADU for some more space.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I see your lot's pretty big. It's pretty big. There's a structure in the back. What is that? Can you tell me about that?
Oh yeah, that's a detached garage. Like right now we are using it as a gym, so I really don't want to get rid of it.
Oh, a gym.
Yes.
Oh, you work out.
Yes.
Nice, cool. So it's in the garage is in good condition, or you want to keep it there?
Yes,
Right?
yes. So I already renovated it. Yeah.
Okay,
So I
I
really want to
see.
keep that.
I see. Yeah. So doing some quick measurements here. I'm looking at it. Looks like from fence to fence, it's about like 50 feet or so.
Okay, I'll
50
just
feet,
pretend I'm
yeah.
Amy. So Amy right now is
48.
doing this. And
Yeah,
it's like,
50
okay,
feet.
oh, it's 50 feet.
Yeah, it's-
See, everyone knows how to measure it, right? Yeah, you just right click,
Mhm.
and then you clear, like, okay, you just say like, okay, measure distance, and you click, and then you are going to get this 50. Everyone know this, right? Anyone don't know this?
Yeah, and on the phone you can also do it too, so.
Yeah, exactly, you can just do this.
Yeah, so it looks like there's definitely space there. Can I ask you what size ADU ideally would you want? We have various models. We have like a 1 bedroom all the way up to 3 bedrooms.
Oh, I don't know, can you give me some suggestions?
Okay. Yeah, so our first model is a 500 square feet one. It's a 1 bed, 1 bath ADU. And that one, we typically need about 32 feet by 30. Yeah, to include the setbacks. So do you know what setbacks are?
Oh no, I don't know. I need to have a setback? How
Yeah.
much is that?
Yeah, so typically setback, you have to have 4 feet from the rear and the side property line. It's like city regulation, so space, you have to have 4 feet space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so typically for our smallest ADU, we need 32 by 30 to include the setbacks.
Oh.
So just something you can remember. So as you just saw, we measured, right? We're about 50, we have 32 there, yeah.
A question, is setback from the farthest line? See how you see that?
Oh no, because I really want to keep my garage,
Yeah.
so that's why I'm leaving some space from my garage. That's
Yeah.
why I'm measuring 30.
Yeah.
But some seems like I have enough space to fit your 30 square feet ADU.
Is that how setback works though? The far line, the garage line? It has 6 feet away from the garage and then 6 feet away from the house? Or I'm just trying to learn right here.
Yes, correct.
Is it 6 feet away from the house and 6 feet away from the garage?
Yes,
Or is
correct.
it 6 feet away from the garage total?
Yes,
Does that
that's
make
correct.
sense? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does it have to be a straight line or can it be zigzag?
It has to be I didn't get your question.
Yeah.
We can go zigzag.
Oh, we can go
like
zigzag.
Around the.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
sticking out a little bit more, so the setback is a zigzag. Yeah, not a straight line. I thought it has to be a straight line.
It doesn't matter, let's skip this part, let's
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure everyone is engaged, not only Tom gets
Yeah,
engaged.
I like it.
Okay.
See, everyone
Sorry,
gotta like it.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, so setbacks typically you need 4 feet from the rear and the side property line, and then 6 feet from the ADU to the main house. So it looks like we can not definitely, but looks like we could fit our smallest ADU. So that's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
Oh, I see,
yeah.
okay. So one bed, one bath, I see. What other models do you have if I want to something bigger.
Yeah, our next model up is 749 square feet. It's our most popular. It's 2 bed, 2 bath.
Most popular.
Most popular.
I see. How much is that?
That
How much
one
will
is-
that cost?
Yeah, so originally it's 278. But we have
Okay,
a special promotion going on right now, so it's $30,000 off.
Wow.
So it's 248. Yeah, 248.
Wow. So it's about like $300 per square feet.
Yeah, our starting price is $300 per
Oh,
square
sounds
feet.
like
Yeah.
good price, right?
Yeah.
How about 500 ones? Is that a little cheaper?
That one is cheaper. That one's about 148. 148, yeah.
148. I see. Got it. So how much will it cost per square feet?
Starting 300. Starting
Also
300.
300. I see. Got it.
And the 2 bed, 2 bath one, that the unit is itself is 36 by 24. The ADU 36 by 24.
Oh, then will that fit into my
Yeah.
backyard?
So 36, depending on where we place it, so 36 might be a little tight. It looks like it might be a little tight because we need. Typically, easy way to remember is just to add 10 feet to the ADU. So you do 40. You need 46 by 34.
Oh,
36.
okay.
Let me see here. 46 by 34. Yeah, so it might be a little tight. So we have 47 from the back garage to the house. And then let's try the other way. Yeah, it looks like it might fit. But I have to double check. Yeah, so you have some options. We know we know we could fit. It looks like we could fit the 1 bed, 1 bath one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see, got it. Yeah, I think I definitely want at least like a 2B.
Okay.
And then if it could fit, and I think like the number you told me, I'm
Mhm.
okay with it. So what will be the next step?
Yeah, in terms of your timeline, when are you looking to start this?
Yes,
Soon,
I'm
next
think-
year?
Yeah, I'm really thinking like because like right now I run out of space at my like current house,
Mhm.
so I want my mom to move in like as soon as possible.
Mhm.
So what is the fastest timeline you can get it done for me?
Yeah, so San Jose is actually pre-approved, so we can get permits pretty fast, in as little as 3 weeks. We have an amazing architect team.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
3 weeks.
so after the permits, we can start building. It takes about like 3 months, 3 to 4 months.
Oh wow, so
total.
it sounds like my mom can move out in 4 months.
Yeah, if it's move fast,
Is
yeah.
that a guarantee?
No, it's not a guarantee, it depends, right? Because it depends how fast we work with you to choose a design, if you want to do any upgrades. And in the city, we can't really control the city, right? So it depends how fast they work. And then another thing is your financing. What are you planning to do to pay for the house? Because it's almost $200,000. It's a lot of money.
Oh, I'm thinking about getting a loan. Do you have any suggestion of how can I get a loan?
Yeah, we have financing partners that we can connect you with. They can walk you through some options. Are you planning to finance all of it? Do you have some money set aside, or what are you
Oh
thinking?
yes, right now I only have about like, I actually have enough cash in my bank, but I just want to see if there are any like other options.
Yeah.
Because like I already paid for part of the mortgage of the main
Mhm,
house.
mhm. Awesome. Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we'll connect you with our financing partner, and then the next steps is we can go to your property to do some measurements, and also go take a look at the model ADU, so we can schedule a time to do all of that.
Oh
And you can
yes.
see everything in person.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
come to our office.
Great, thanks so
Yeah,
much.
so like, sorry to break that up you guys, because I need to step in. So I think if every client like Vivian, we will be wonderful. Maybe ask a lot of questions. I think like Amy, you did a wonderful job, but you know, like I wish you because everyone in the air. I only have 5 minutes, so like I think one missed a very important part. Let's go step back exactly. We just say, oh, you are for your for my family. So I want to add on for every conversation in the future. Two things. First ask how much knowledge you know about ADU, including what they can build, how much they can build for ADU, and how much cost of the ADU. Ask all those questions first. Can you guys do that in the future? So how much you know about ADU? I'm learning every day as well. So ask them how much you know about ADU, what they think they use ADU for, how much actually cost about ADU. This is the number one part. Probably 3 parts. I would do every conversation. Please implement chime in all the information. The second is ask them, are you talking to someone else right now?
Mhm.
How many research you have done? What's the background of the client, right? So maybe the brother is contractor, maybe his husband is contractor, and maybe someone they just come to talk to you. So, like then ask the situation about it. Have you talked to someone? How much you know about it? Is two parts, okay? The budget. Then the third part is super important. Why people choose you? What Amy said. There is nothing different than other outside people can say.
Mhm.
Why people choose you? Because of what? Right? So, Amy, you choose, some people choose to look at the reviews because of you, some people choose. Because it's Amy, is a really good person. Amy always on top of my stuff. That's because of you. So, why people choose this company? There are very few people heard about FA Home. And what small company people think? We're not small companies compared to outside other, like general contractors, other people. So how could you tell the people that? Who is FA's Home? Who is Amy? How can I trust you? So this part, when you ask the situation, when you ask the what is news background, and then coming to this part. So sometimes like every day I'm selling myself. I sell myself, selling the company through story, through my personal vision. Every time, like the investor came in the past 2 days, I constantly talk about what? Talk about like our capabilities, our skills, and the vision of the company, the culture of the company. And we needed to, and through all this, trying to observe what they believe in and ask them questions about like, what do you think about this way? And then ask what exactly nail down, what they want. So this part, don't miss this part. In the future, all the technical questions show by what you do probably out there. We definitely need to have this scale, but however, this cannot differentiate you with other people. There might be architect out there can do better than you. Maybe architects can do free sketches for people. Maybe there are very expensive interior sales they are able to just provide. But you need to know the situation and then try to emphasize. So how can we emphasize ourselves and show we're different? Tell them our story. Tell them our vision. We like to tell them, if you have money, if you think it's not a good deal for you, just build one more unit. That's our company's passion. Build more houses. Don't forget that. And then, why we trust you? Because me, I believe in the company. I hope you guys do that. And I hope you, because your belief is going to show in your conversation with the client. And your belief is going to attract more people. And then tell them, I believe the company because the company is willing to everything I said out here. The company is going to take a responsibility and protecting me and protect the client because they want me be successful. But most important, our clients be successful. Then we have the continuous business. Our company don't want to be just 1 year. You can take me as example, the founders Lisa as example, and then everyone you feel like you have stories in the company. Tell them. And you tell them, okay, if you go out there, price is most important, but service also match. And you don't want to get into any of the traps in the future, make sure, even if you sign other contracts with other people, please talk to me, see what I can do, and I might be able to get you surprise. But all this, you please keep transparency conversation with me. I believe we can be the best partner for you because of this, because what we can, our capability of building houses. And combination of me, company, and our track record, and our beliefs, everything combined, that's differentiate ourselves with other people. Please add this in. And then in the future, if they stop contact you, if they say that you try your best, because you have to present what we are able to do in front of them. So if right now, some of you guys, I think like Ian, Amy, most because of you, yourself. The company wants to add more to you guys to attract more kind of clients, get more trust in them. So that's why we always have people come into the company. So sometimes people think I'm talking too much. The reason is I'm trying to sell. Like at the beginning, I told you guys this is much. I might believe at the beginning of this, if I talk 100 sentences, people want the. The 10 minutes talk. the 10 minutes from our conversation, I won. That's my belief at the beginning. So we don't need that much to graduate. So you have to implement all this in the company. Not just, oh, our company is a great company. I like it with my company. I love my company. This kind of really counts, you know. But you need to show sincerely why you work in this company and then what we can do for the client. So from this affirmative, like what I have, like we are going to take care of client. So that's why you all tell people, I believe, you believe, you are going to be good at hand. Altogether, the contract might change in order, might give you something, they might coach you low. And then there are some intermediaries who trying to really, like, you know, Jen out there, why Jen has all the secret Jen